This show is brought to you by Millennium Tree Stands, Extreme Archery Products, and Ramcat Broadheads.
Hi, and welcome to All Archery Outdoors. I'm Jim Rhodes, and my passion is archery. Whether I'm working on bows at my job or chasing just about everything with bow in hand, I'm all archery all the time. Come with me as I take you along in my pursuit of big game here on All Archery Outdoors. Hi, and welcome to All Archery Outdoors. I'm Jim Rhodes. Today's webisode is going to be pretty much about trying to get you prepared for the upcoming bow season and a few little tips to make that a lot easier for you. One of the things I want to go over is at my shop I deal with 100 people a day coming in, drawing their bows, shooting their bows, and trying to get their bows set up, to take an animal this year. The biggest thing I see come through my shop is people just not being able to draw their bows good enough. I see a lot of people draw their bows just the wrong way, and I wanted to address that here today. I'm going to show you what a lot of people do in trying to draw the bow, and it makes it a lot more difficult to draw a bow this way, and I see just tons of people doing it. But it's leaving your elbow, your drawing arm elbow, down. If you leave this elbow down, you're forced to muscle this bow back, and it's real hard to draw your bow that way, and it's real easy to injure your shoulder. But I'm going to show you a little easier way to draw. But if you'll take this elbow and leave it up, get it as high up as you can, and then stretch your arm out here, you're basically forcing the bow to draw for you instead of the other way around. It's 20% easier to draw that bow with your elbow up, and that's the form, the shooting form that you're supposed to have when you get the full draw. And instead of drawing the bow with your elbow down and then picking your elbow up to get on target, you're already there. Just doesn't make sense to try to muscle a bow back and leave your elbow down in that way. But if you get your elbow up to begin with and force that bow to open for you, and you're already where you need to be to have good form. And that'll make it a whole lot easier to draw and shoot, and make you a better archer in the long run too. Alright, the second thing I wanted to go over is basic sighting in your bow. A lot of people have a lot of trouble with this. They'll get in their yard, stand at 20, 30, 40 yards, and they'll sight their bow in and standing up, and then a week, 2 weeks down the road when season starts, they climb 25, 30 foot up in a tree, and they have a deer walk out 20 yards, and they shoot 3 inches left, 3 inches right, under it, over it, whatever. If you're going to sight your bow in for the shot opportunities you're going to be taking. It doesn't make any sense to go and sight your bow in at 30 yards, 25 yards, standing flat-footed on level ground, shooting at a target that's level with you, when that's not even remotely the way you're going to be hunting. It doesn't make sense. If you're going to sight your bow in, get somewhere you can get as close to what you're actually going to be real world hunting, and sight your bow in for that. And if you're going to sight in, if you're going to use rangefinders, sight your bow into your rangefinders. Don't sight it into your buddy's rangefinders, because they're calibrated differently. They can be 2 yards, 3 yards off. Most good pair aren't that bad off, but it happens. You go buy some of these cheaper brands and you sight it in with your buddies because you left yours at home, then you go hunting and you shoot 2 inches under a deer at 20 yards. That's why. But anytime you're using your rangefinders, go ahead and sight your bow into your rangefinders, the one you're going to be sitting in the stand you're ranging the deer with. That way your bow's matched up with your rangefinder. You're going to eliminate that problem from even taking place. But I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit about sighting in of the bow and proper form. Alright, the first shot I'm going to show you is going to be a standing shot. That's how my bow's pretty much sighted in for standing shots. And the second shot is going to be me sitting down. And I believe you'll be able to tell the difference. Here it goes. Alright guys, y'all just seen the two shots I made. Shots were made at about 40 yards. The first shot was pretty close to dead on. It was from a standing position. The second shot, I just sat down, and the difference in the way I held the bow from sitting down caused me at 40 yards to shoot almost 3 inches to the right. And that's what I'm trying to get across to some of these guys that's out here hunting, and they make a shot at 30 or 40 yards and they can't figure out why in the world I shot to 4 inches right, or shot back, or shot forward, or whatever the case may be. But it makes a big difference. If you're gonna sight your bow in for how you're gonna be shooting. A lot of guys sight their bows in from a standing position. You need to do it from a tree stand, from a standing position, if that's the way you're going to hunt. If you're going to hunt out of ground blinds and ladder stands, sitting down, just say you're not able to stand up, you need to sight your bow in more geared toward a sitting shot, if that's 90% of what your shots are going to be. But that's it. I hope you could tell through the two shots the difference it can make. Alright guys, that's it for this webisode of All Archery Outdoors. I hope you enjoyed the archery tips I give you today. Hope you can use it. Y'all stay tuned for future webisodes. We've got a lot of great upcoming deer hunts, turkey hunts, and hog hunts. We're going to do a few other things on the side. You know I'm going to bring you more archery tips every week. Just stay tuned and check us out on Facebook. Please go to Facebook and like us, and comment and let us know what you think of the show. Also go to hunt365.tv and you can check out all the other shows in our network. But that's it for today. Thank y'all for watching All Archery Outdoors.
If you like the show, check out our other shows at hunt365.tv.